Libra, hello my love. Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie. For those of you who are joining me for the very first time, I am so excited to be having you here. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. I would love to know how you're doing. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for all of your love and support. You make what I do possible. Thank you so much for allowing me to reconnect with you. So my love, we're going to go ahead and jump right into your reading. Please remember that this is a general reading, so this may or may not resonate with your current energy or your current situation. If you find that this does not resonate in any way, shape, or form to what you're currently experiencing, then by all means throw the entire reading out the window, then it's just not for you. For others of you though, you'll find that this reading really does resonate very strongly with you, and if it does, we will be doing an extended reading where we will go more in depth into the person that you're connecting with, their feelings towards you, their intentions towards you, the advice in order to overcome the obstacles that lie ahead, either between you and this person or just in the situation overall, as well as the long-term outcome between you and this person or without them, depending on what the reading reveals. Okay, I'll leave the link for the extended in the description box down below, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section down below, along with a link to my personal booking system should you decide you'd like to have a reading that's a bit more personalized and tailored to your specific situation. Okay, so Libra, let's go ahead and jump into the cards. Just like in our previous reading, I went ahead and pulled from the oracle cards just to get an idea of the elements at play, people, energies, things of that nature, and then you and I will be pulling from the tarot. Okay, so right off the bat, Libra, there is something that is coming to an end, and I think that it's very unexpected. You're going to find out that something that you have been kind of on the fence about or concerned about, something that you've been discontent with is what I'm getting, because you have two of the sea and a leg up. All right, so two of the sea speaks to going with the flow, just kind of like following your intuition, but also not clinging so hard to what you think should be happening, you know, kind of like detaching yourself from that mindset of all or nothing. You know, if it doesn't look this way, then it's just not for me, or if it doesn't turn out that way, then I guess I should just let it go or cut it off or something like that, where it's like you have this feeling or this vision that you've attached yourself to, maybe Libra, of the new normal looking a certain way. But the thing is you might be taking the long way around. Spirit, the divine, God, you know, you're being sent in a slightly different direction, a pathway, if you will, that you were not expecting. And you might be feeling a little bit disheartened because instead of going with the flow, you're resisting the tide. But that's not what you should be doing right now. You have two of the sea with a leg up, which lets me know that a leg up is about having an advantage. So you would be in the best possible position, and you are currently, Libra, to just let go of what you were expecting this journey to look like between you and this person, and allowing what currently is be what it is, because it is working to your advantage right now, even though it's not happening, even though you're not hitting the milestones you were expecting to hit with this person. It is still unraveling in a way that assures you guys will end up exactly where you need to be, if that makes sense. Now, you also have gift with pathway, so I do believe that a pathway will be opening up for you. And the thing with gift is it is an offer from the heart, right? And in some instances, a gift can be really unexpected. And I feel like a pathway you thought was closing in on you and this person, or a pathway that was already closed, it's going to open up. It feels like an opportunity that maybe you thought was missed or that you were missing. And it turns out that this person was actually preparing to welcome you into their life, or preparing to accommodate you into their life in a way that you thought was forbidden territory, or, you know, just really not existent. Like there's something here that feels like you weren't expecting something to happen, and yet lo and behold, here it is. They're offering it to you on a silver platter, right? Then you have bad health being clarified by message and coffin. So something here, right? The pathway, I was asking about the pathway that this was opening up. Whatever was hindering you and this person, whatever was hindering the situation at large, you know, it could have been a separation. Maybe there was something was playing a factor into your mental health. You in particular, Libra, something you may have felt was because something else was still going on in the background with this person, or even for you, right? Maybe there was something in your life that you were feeling, well, until this comes to an end, I really can't resume regular life. I can't resume a new normal. I can't expect somebody to accept my life as it is. Either this is what you're feeling or the person you're connecting with, right? There's just so many factors that do not permit, or haven't in the past permitted, for you to comfortably accommodate or create anything new or allowing any new people into your life. And so on some level, you have maybe almost given up on imagining a life beyond your circumstances. But then what happens is, with bad health, message, and coffin, you get documentation, right? Documentation or some sort of communication from somebody regarding a massive ending. Now, so we have, right? We have bad health with message, right? With message and coffin. So coffin indicates a major ending. It is very similar to death, okay? Only here it is punctuated by an ending, right? This obviously would lead to a transformation, because all endings bring forward a new beginning as well. But this is talking about the very real closing of a cycle, like kind of like the life of something. And we have clarifying that the courthouse. So for some of you, this really is about legal documentation, perhaps the intentions to close something off. But this feels very solid for many of you. Either it's an actual documentation if you've been waiting on the finalization of a divorce, or you have been waiting to hear back on some sort of settlement. You will be receiving some sort of closure in regards to whatever this might have been for you. It's been the source of great angst. It's been the source of anxiety. And really just the decline of your mental health overall, right? It has really weighed heavily on your heart. For others of you where this is not legalities or legal documentation of any kind, this is just about receiving news, receiving a message from somebody in particular. Under the deck, when I flipped it over, we do have this main male. So this is either your energy that it's resonating with, if you identify as a masculine Libra, or this is a masculine with whom you're connecting outside of this situation, right? Maybe this is what you're going through in your life, or this is what they're going through, and it's just intermingled, right? But this person definitely feels like they are involved, and they could very well be the person who is delivering this message to you about the fact that there is some sort of massive ending that is coming into play, but the sort of ending that will require the closing off of certain official things. So this might include legalities. It can be agreements even, right? Maybe not legally recognized agreements, but certain promises that were made in the past. This could be an indication that whatever has been a stressor for them in their life, it's now coming to a close in a way that's going to provide relief and allow a certain amount of space to be opened for them to allow you to come in, or vice versa, a certain space being eliminated so that you can allow someone else in. Okay, but a massive ending that I believe, Libra, it really feels like you didn't think it was going to happen, right? It feels like you really didn't think it was going to happen, when in reality it was your patience, right? It's been your patience and your desire for balance that has allowed you to get to this point, where other people may have taken their sadness or their indifference to a whole other level, where they actually manifest the disadvantages that they're imagining, right? Oh, this isn't going to work out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and block their number, cut them off, I'm done, this, that, and the third. You have every right to do that, but with every set of actions you take, you have a certain number of outcomes, right? Certain things, certain factors, elements in your environment that are influenced by your actions. And so you do pave the way to a different solution with certain actions. And it feels like the way you've been going about this, Libra, has allowed certain things in the background to stir. You didn't act on impulse. You actually were quite patient, even though ironically the patience, I do feel, came from a place of indecision. You haven't been wanting to let something go, but you have been getting this inkling in the back of your mind, like something is not working out. So we're getting to a place now. Where you are seeing, well, wait, if I continue to just kind of hold off and just focus on other things, suspending hope and suspending suspicion of this not working out, it looks like things actually, like a doorway, a pathway could actually open up to my or our benefit. For those of you that are connecting with another individual who is trying to make room for you in their life, or if that is you trying to make room in your life for somebody else, I feel like they have been very patient, or that you have been very patient, and you guys overall you guys haven't been communicating the way you're supposed to, in quotations. Sorry, I definitely just hit my elbow in the desk. Sorry for shaking you up. But you haven't been communicating like you ought to. If you wanted to kind of like make sure that you both are on the same page, there's a lack of communication that has kept you both in the dark. But what you or the other person hasn't been sharing is the fact that, wait, don't go, we can make this work. I just have to take care of some things, right? And if you have been the one, Libra, waiting, I should say trying to make room in your life for somebody else, I do not see that that person is going to just toss away the potential. They are uncertain, they are slowly detaching themselves, but they are not letting go of anything. Okay, they're not letting go of anything. So let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to say for you, Libra. What does the tarot have to say for you, Libra? Let's see. What does the tarot have to say for Libra, please, and their person? You could be connecting with a Scorpio as well. Let's see. Libra, please. Libra. Okay. Okay, the High Priest. So the Hierophant, all right? So you could be connecting with a Taurus, but this definitely involves some sort of commitment. I do feel on some level for some of you it's about duty, right? Perhaps some of you are just connecting with someone, or you yourself are that somebody who is doing things by the book, making sure that you don't do anything outside the rules, you don't color outside the lines. There is a set of rules or expectations, a status quo, if you will, that you are trying to abide by as you close certain cycles off. So you're really trying to avoid burning certain bridges and doing what you can to continue to be the person taking the higher ground as you bring an end to something. Okay, so your current energy right now is the Four of Cups. So definitely a feeling here of not knowing whether you should stay in a current situation while also accepting a new situation, right? The Three of Cups in front of you versus the single cup that's being offered to you. Do you stay in the company that you have taken on up to this point? Or do you accept a new offer that's coming into your environment, right? So you could be bored as well, Libra. There's a sense of boredom here, but it feels more of like you just refraining from making an actual commitment to something until you have decided whether something is finally put to an end or not, because you don't want to begin a new cycle without properly closing off the previous. Right, so you're trying to make space. Yeah, the challenge here is the Star. So you and somebody could be out of communication right now. You could be connecting with an Aquarius, right? This could be somebody from your past who has been trying to stay in your present or trying to make a reappearance into your present. You're not sure whether they have truly turned a new leaf like they promised like you said that they were, or like they promised in the past that they would. But it's just about, you know, it could be separation between you and somebody, or just how long a journey is going to take that might be having you look at a certain situation and saying, I don't know if this can really work out, because this is going to take a very long time. This is going to require a lot of healing. I'm not sure that we can make it. You know, we're already in separation maybe for some of you, or maybe we're together but we will be separated. So what do I do? Because there's going to be so much required of us moving forward. Right? On your mind, you've got the Ten of Wands. Exactly. You're feeling very pressured. In your heart space, you've got the Hermit. And you could be connecting with a Virgo, but in your heart space, you are withdrawn. You are reserved emotionally. You're really not giving too much into something right now, Libra. It's a lot. You know, it's just a lot. Recent past with the Empress, could be connecting with a Taurus or another Libra, but I do feel like this is you coming into your own, coming into your power. For some of you, you might have recently become pregnant. And so the idea here is that you are not entirely sure if you and this person will pan out. And so you're curious to know exactly what's going to happen. You know that you can manage the situation on your own, but is there something you should be requiring of this person before you sever ties with them and move forward as a single parent, right? Now coming in, you do have the Ace of Swords. So some sort of communication or a realization of some kind. You see yourself as the Strength card. Let me go ahead and just pull the rest of these out. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Let me go ahead and pull. You've got 3 aces on the board, Libra. Let me just see what this is about up here. New beginning. Very strong Aries energy. Very strong Cancer, Pisces energy. Almost all major arcana here up in the outcome. y'all are going to be getting over some intense fears. And I do believe you're going to be joining somebody in love, right? There's going to be a big opportunity that you're going to experience with somebody, something that you did not think was possible, and you will be connecting with them. You're going to have an opportunity because you do have the Ace of Cups, but you have to seize the opportunity. That's the caveat. Okay, Libra, that is the caveat, because potential is nothing without an execution of a plan. So if you have the potential, right, the potential could be something as simple as going to the gym and seeing somebody from across the room who you find very attractive and going up to them and conversing with them. That's an opportunity. That's potential. If you never have that conversation, if you never have the courage to go up to them and say, you know what, throw caution into the wind, let me just say something to them, you are not seizing the opportunity and the potential is lost. Do you see how easy that is? So there's going to be a potential here, but it's about living up to it and experiencing that potential, not just looking at it and expecting it to fall in your lap. Okay, now let's go ahead and take this step by step. So like we said, so on right now presently, plus the challenge position, right, you've got the Four of Cups with the Star, so you could be connecting with an Aquarius. But this is about looking at something with a little bit of skepticism, right? Taking a moment of pause, not making a decision just yet, because something here may take a long time to recover from. You and somebody may be in separation. There's going to be a lot of healing involved in a situation between you and this person, or just you by yourself, and maybe you're afraid the person you're connecting with won't want to wait, or maybe the opposite is true, right? The person you're connecting with has a lot to heal from, and you're not entirely sure that you're going to be able to wait that long, or separation is coming and you are anticipating that, and that is why on your mind you are feeling so very stressed, and in your heart space with the Hermit, you are feeling withdrawn. You're not entirely sure if this is the kind of weight you and this person can handle, or you or this person can handle. Okay, now in the recent past, we do have the Empress. Okay, so someone here may have become pregnant. Someone here just may be in a very gentle, slow-moving relationship. So Libra, maybe you are connecting with somebody right now. It has this very go with the flow to the sea energy, where you guys are just, things are progressing, but it's going so slow that you're like, should I or shouldn't I? You know, like, if this is how long it's going to take, am I okay with the time frame that this might look like? Or do I have other things that I want to be doing more than this? Or should I kind of leave this, cross my fingers, hope that when I do have time to come back to it, it's ready for me kind of thing? So again, it's just very slow moving, beautiful, very gentle. You and this person, you could be connecting with this Empress, right? Could be a male or female, just whoever is identifying with this feminine energy. And it's blossoming very beautifully, but it is going very slowly. It is going very, very slowly. Now coming in, you do have the Ace of Swords being clarified by the Six of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So this is about moving past a situation that maybe someone here has reminisced about a lot. Maybe they've compared it to something in the past, but not necessarily. I do feel more than anything, this is a connection with someone that finally the words, "I miss you," come out. If I can be honest, Libra, that's what it feels like to me. Like, it feels like somebody who has been feeling very neglected wherever they are, or very at a loss, right? Someone who has just felt lonely, someone who is constantly reminiscing on the past, somebody who they're inspired by you, or you are inspired by this person. You could be connected with a Cancer, but it's somebody finally speaking it into existence, or somebody finally, you know, that feeling becomes very real to them. Maybe they've been a skeptic in love, and they said, well, you know what? I have feelings for this person, I respect them as a person, but I keep my distance out of self-preservation. But now they look at you, or they look at a situation, they look at the feelings, and they're like, you know what, I really cannot shake it off. When I'm not with this person, I think about them constantly. When I'm not with this person and I'm with this other person, or when I'm surrounded by the company that I'm currently keeping, or when I'm just by myself, I feel like a part of me is missing. I just feel so inspired by them, and I feel so loved by them, and I feel I feel so desired and wanted by them that I want to be with them now that I am not with them. Okay, and that is with the Ace of Swords. That is clarifying the Ace of Swords. So either it's a realization that they have, which you'll see it in their demeanor. You'll see it in the next time that you speak with them. They'll appreciate you more. You'll get that feeling from them, like they want to be around you. And they're really listening to you. They're really looking at you. Something about them is different, right? Something about them is different. For others of you, you will be receiving actual communication from this person about how they miss you, they want to be with you, right? And just even if the words "I miss you" don't come out, it's like a translated version from whatever that person is used to saying. It's something like, oh, it's been such a long time since I've seen you. Something like that, where you get that reading between the lines and you're like, they miss me. They miss me, you know, kind of like that. So either communication, okay, or just the thought. But this is definitely somebody who, either you or the person you're connecting with, someone is going to finally come to grips with the fact that they feel some type of way. I feel like for the majority of you guys, the person you're connecting with is going to feel it more than they'll actually verbalize it. Right? I feel like the majority of you'll see it the next time. You'll see it the next time you see them. They could be traveling close to you, or maybe just the next time you both are traveling and happen to see each other. Okay? Now you see yourself as strength, so you could be connecting with a Leo here, but you're seeing yourself as holding back, right? You're holding back. Hermit is in your heart energy, right? Strength as how you see yourself. You are trying to be the bigger person here. You want to give everything to this, but you know you can't, Libra. That's the thing. You know you can't. In the environment, the Four of Pentacles, something here just isn't moving. You're holding onto something, they're holding onto something. Something here is not progressing beyond a certain point, and it's blocking the possibility of things expanding. Even though things have been moving very slowly, they haven't been moving at a pace that shows promise, right? It doesn't show promise. Even though it is steadily going up, it's going up like by this, right? It's like barely at an incline, and you're like, it's beautiful, but maybe in a million years, it would be something that I would want now, or in the next year, or in the next 5 years. Something about it isn't meeting your standard, right? And your fear here is the Ace of Pentacles. Your fear is that the potential is not recognized, that for as much as there might be emotions or intellectual compatibility between you and another person, you'll never actually wind up with the commitment, right? The Hierophant is the overarching energy, so you'll never end up with that commitment, is your fear. Now in the outcome, you've got the Ace of Pentacles with the King of Wands, the Fool, and the Moon. Okay, so this definitely feels to me like somebody decides to go out on a limb and either say what is on their mind, go against their deepest, darkest fears, and actually allow themselves permission, give themselves permission, allow themselves an opportunity to really seek out the possibility of something beautiful happening. Right, so for some of you, you're connecting with an Aries, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, very strong Aries here. Okay, very strong Cancer, Piscean energy as well. But this person, whoever this is that you've been connecting with, this fire sign maybe, or this person who you have, maybe it started off as like very highly passionate, and then it became something more, right? The King of Wands can be any of the kings really, but it's someone who is driven by their passions within this context. So this person may have never felt like risking themselves in whatever way that might resonate for you, you know, risking themselves verbally, saying something that's in their heart, or even just approaching you, whatever that risk looks like, they've never thought about taking that risk. And it looks to me like whatever this risk was, it has for a very long time terrified them. So not even just with you, but in the past, this is just a phase of the relationship that they tend to kind of like to detach themselves from. It's a part of it's the phase of the relationship or the connection that really terrifies them, and they're not used to having to navigate what that feels like or what that looks like. So with the Fool and the Moon, I feel like there's a certain level of freedom that they desire from their fear, that they're willing to take on you, because for whatever reason, and the way you've been conducting yourself, or if this is vice versa, right, the way they've been conducting themselves, it's just, there's a certain level of belief now that's coming in that feels like they can trust the situation. Like, you know what, things are moving so slowly that I am not scared to speak my feelings and think that this person is going to cling. For example, the distance that you're projecting, Libra, could give this person that feeling like you are a mature individual, and that if they did express themselves to you, you're not going to immediately ask for commitment. And so in an ironic roundabout way, you would end up getting the commitment that you seek, at least the beginnings of what might look like a commitment, because they're going to get themselves closer to you and trust that they can, you know, get closer to you and not be rushed, right? This person may be afraid of commitment. This could be you. You might be afraid of commitment to this person, or just in general. But it looks here like someone is feeling a little bit more free-spirited, a little bit less tied by their fears, or at least in the face of their fears, willing to move beyond the limitations of what that is currently doing to them and doing to the connection, and giving themselves the chance to experience love and experience a friendship or experience just a new budding connection, right? So this just feels like whatever the ending has been, whatever the ending is whatever that ending is going to look like, right, between you and this person, and whatever other elements in your guys' environment needs to be closed off. There is right now a hard time closing it off, because we do have the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like this will come as more of a discussion, or as like a transitory period where somebody either, you know, lets you in on the fact that something here may be winding down, or something in their environment is coming to an end. And so while nothing is really changing, they are starting to plan, right? They are starting to get that feeling, starting to get inspired and charged up, and say, you know what, when this does end, now we've got the stuff, right? Now we've got the opportunity to move beyond what we know as normal and create something new, because I am tired of being in this space without you. I want to share it with somebody, and when I think of who I want to share it with, it's the only person who, when I'm alone, I'm always thinking about and always wanting to be next to. I'm wondering what you're doing, and that's not like me. But now it is, ever since I met you, or ever since we've started spending more time together. You know, it's the effect that you have on me, and I want it more. I want it more, and I want to see where this goes. So it definitely feels like this person is experiencing something different with you, Libra, than they have previously with their other partners or with other people. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're just going to leave this here, Libra. I hope that this has resonated with you. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. I will be doing the extended. I'll go over now to the extended portion where we will go into the person that you're connecting with, right? So this person that you're dealing with right now, how they feel towards you, their intentions towards you, what the long-term outcome will likely be between you and this person, as well as how to overcome the obstacle that lies ahead. The obstacle right here is the Star. So this could be a particular individual, a third party, if you will, that you're connecting with, or the person you're connecting with, is also connected with. But this could just be separation, distance, just how distance and separation may be playing a part. May be playing a part in your connection, and why it's making things difficult. We'll see how to kind of overcome this, as well as any other factors that clarify to be also obstacles. So thank you so much, Libra, for being here with me. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. I will see you next time. I'll see you over in the extended if you want to join me there. The link is down below. And if you'd like a personal reading, my link is also down below in the description box, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section down below. And I will see you next time. Thank you for being with me. Mwah. I love you so much.